people kept sighting a man dressed in white in the area late at night when they were driving past. I mean, no one really knows much about the rock formations. They speculate that it's connected to dark rituals. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. Oh,
okay.
That's cool.
I can't believe that it just said that. Hey Crypt Keepers, thank you for tuning into AmysCrypt. Tonight we are checking out a very haunted cemetery where dark rituals have supposedly been performed, and we are here to check out if all the creepy rumours about this place are true. Yulee Road Cemetery was created in 1859 after Moses Bendel Garlick passed away, so he could be buried alongside his chapel. Garlick had become an important, prominent figure in the area he dubbed Yuleebury after his original home in England, especially since he had built a schoolhouse and chapel for the community. Sadly, this chapel was to be demolished in 1981 since it had been vandalised badly and supposedly become a place where dark rituals were being performed. These practices and rumours spread into the actual cemetery, with many believing mysterious rock formations made here, which appeared to mark out symbols, were of a satanic nature. Regardless of the true nature of these rock symbols, many believe the cemetery to be extremely haunted, with some people citing dark figures here and even claiming to have rocks thrown at them. Could this activity be occurring as a result of dark rituals, more traditional hauntings, or could it all just be local legend? Tonight, we attempt to find out. Alright guys, I'm very, very excited about tonight's investigation, and one of the things that I want to do with you before we lose all the light and we start investigating is just explore and look for these strange rock formations that are rumoured to be part of dark rituals. And I'm a bit, on the skeptical side of these rock formations because I did read on a forum online about these rock formations, and some girl had commented and she said, oh, these rock formations, that was just my uncle or my stepdad or something used to come here as a joke and just spend hours making these rock formations, and people would freak out about them thinking that, it's Satanists or something like that. Which I think is kind of funny, but it's also a strange hobby. It's like Uncle Joe just comes down to the cemetery and gets all these rocks together and makes these weird symbols. Now, I can't actually see any big impressive symbols, but there are some rocks laying around. This one looks like a well. What do you reckon, Jared?
Yeah, this doesn't look like no satanic ritual. I mean, it's got cement and stuff on the inside. This
looks more, it has to be more of a well, or it has to be something else. This can't just be, I don't know why I'm calling him Uncle Joe. This can't be Uncle Joe just come down and laying some rocks about, There's one here. Again, this doesn't look like some impressive, dark, symbolic thing made out of stones. This looks like it could actually denote a grave, maybe, that isn't really standing. I don't know. Leave comments what you guys think, if you've got ideas about what this could be, or if you think that these large rock symbols were ever meaningful to anything.
That is a massive rock formation.
Yeah, this is just a big pile of rocks though. I reckon.
Oh wait, here's one though. This is one. This one looks more like a love heart maybe or something, I don't know.
That looks like a circle. I reckon these were probably the rocks that were used in the symbols that were being created. But I guess someone one day was like, we're fed up of these symbols, let's just make a big pile of them. And then whoever was making the symbols was just like, can't be bothered anymore. I don't know, that's my theory. I don't actually feel like they were ritualistic or anything, but people do say that when the chapel that was demolished here, before it was demolished in like the 70s, a lot of dark rituals went on then. So the chapel that was kind of connected to the cemetery here, I'm not exactly sure where that stood. That's way before my time, but yeah, they do say that there's some dark stuff that has gone on in the past at this cemetery, and it may have brought some stuff here.
Do you reckon these rocks then are the remnants of the church maybe?
It could be. I don't actually know what the church was made of, if it was like a little stone thing or wood or something. I'll need to look up some photos of it. Oh, well, look at this one. These are kind of cute actually. This has a little, actually what is that? Is that a pig with a chicken on its head?
Looks like.
And these are like little gnomes or something. So I'm gonna assume this one was a grave, right?
Well, this one seems the creepiest out of all of them because it's got these weird toys left on it and it doesn't have any
I think that's cute. Is that creepy or cute, guys?
I don't know, do you think this is creepy?
I don't know. I think it's cute. It has a solar light. Is that a solar light?
Yeah.
Dude, it's freaking cold. Guys, there's a really creepy tree here too.
Well, that is a really creepy tree.
Sleepy Hollow tree or something. It also has some, like, the Headless Horseman comes out of here or something. I believe this has some meaning as well. Ow. There's actually spikes on it.
Where?
Can you see them? There's some spikes everywhere.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Ow. Anyway.
Whoa, that is weird. They're really sharp.
Yeah, I just friggin' poked one. I think that this tree has some meaning. I can't remember what it was. I think it's that the tree came from the guy who founded this area's hometown in England. But I need to research it. But oh my gosh, that really hurt. So this cemetery, guys, it's pretty old. Dates back to the 1850s. And there's a number of graves here, and I think that there might be more than what there appears to be, because I mean, obviously you can see the graves behind me here, but those little rock formations laying about just signifies to me that there could possibly be more bodies buried here than I can visually see by marked graves, which is interesting. But yeah, this place, it's old, it has a spooky history, and I think that this is definitely going to be an interesting investigation tonight, so I'm really looking forward to it. Alright, we are in the car recording because it is frickin' ice cold out there.
It's freezing actually,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Don't move too much, Jared, because it wobbles the camera.
Whoa, expected.
Yeah, you guys are just perched on the front of our car dashboard. But it's friggin' cold. We're just waiting to get into the cemetery to investigate. Hopefully this friggin' traffic dies down when it gets darker. Now, when a car goes past it, oh, this is just horrible. It's shaking the camera. I do want to admit to you guys, Jared and I have been to the cemetery before, and we've filmed episodes here before.
One episode.
Yeah, and you guys aren't ever going to see it.
Yeah, it was just way too windy.
Well, it was windy, plus I had just bought a brand new microphone, spent a lot of money on my very first external microphone, and it had a manufacturer's fault. So majority of my footage sounds terrible,
yeah,
like
shocking.
Unusable.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like this. Hi guys, welcome to AmysCrypt. But there was some footage that was salvageable, so I've posted that to all of my patrons and YouTube members. If you guys are interested in seeing it, then you can sign up. I've got links to that below. I just post bonus content over there for anyone that is interested. But we also got a really cool response. So we were doing a spirit box and a ghost tube at the exact same time. And I said something like, what is your name? Can you tell me your name? Along those lines. And it said George. And I was really excited because I was like, cool, now we can look around and see if there's a George here. And we were standing like 1, 2, maybe 3 meters away from a George.
Yeah.
What's your name?
George.
George. Thank you for telling me your name, George. Oh,
Is that a George?
George. Yeah, okay, so right where we were standing, guys, there's a George right here.
About what, 3 or 4 meters
Yeah,
away?
we were standing just there. And now there's a George right here. And I don't know, like most cemeteries here in Australia probably have a George in
Yeah,
them.
it's a pretty common name.
But the fact that we were just standing right next to George, I was like, yeah. So we've
Yeah, that's
actually
pretty
come
cool.
to visit George again tonight.
Yeah. Do you actually know anything about George? Did you do any research afterwards?
I've done a little bit of research. I need to go to the library to find out more about this George. but I haven't really been able to go because of all COVID and stuff. So I don't know, I know a little bit more about him from what I've found online, so it'll be interesting if we get anything related to him tonight. But I definitely just want to pay him a visit again. Like, I just think that that's cool.
Do we bring him a gift or something, like flowers or something?
No.
Do we have anything we can leave on his grave?
But George is my man.
So George, is George an important person? Like, did he have some connection to the graveyard, or is he just a
random... he's buried here. He was local and died in this area, and I forget the date. I think it was 1880 something. He passed away.
Okay.
So it was a long, long time ago. So it's interesting if he is still here. But I mean, I don't know. People say all sorts of stuff goes on in this cemetery. A lot of people have seen shadow people or shadow figures hanging out here.
Who's been saying that, though? Like, who's seen them?
This is just local lore, like people who come here. And also people have claimed to have rocks thrown at them.
Rocks? Actually...
Well, I mean, there are some pretty big rocks.
Well, as you would have seen that, yeah, there's a ton of rocks.
Well, I don't know, like... rock or pebble? I hope
Hopefully
not
it's
one
a
of the
pebble and not a rock.
big ass rocks out there, because some of them are really big.
Yeah.
Imagine that. That would friggin'
So
hurt.
they have rocks thrown, and don't they also have the rock formations? Or is that a prank? Or does people not sure if that was satanic or if it was just someone pulling a prank? Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, no one really knows much about the rock formations. They speculate that it's connected to dark rituals, but it could just be a load of bollocks.
Maybe we'll have to do dark rituals of our own.
Do you even know any dark rituals, Jared?
Yes. Dublin Hellfire Club. I walked backwards around that church 3 times to summon the devil.
Yeah, but what are you going to do here?
The closet game.
You're going to do the closet game.
And a few other paranormal games, which I can't mention because they haven't been released yet, but...
Okay. You're very dark. Alright, so the other thing that I want to talk to before we go in is apparently there's a haunting on this street.
On the street?
Yeah, I think on one of the...
This isn't really a street, though. I'd say it's a road.
Yeah, whatever. It is Yulee Road. On one of the crossroads here, it was known as Ghost Corner because people kept sighting a man dressed in white in the area late at night when they were driving past. And then there's rumours that it was just some dude wearing a sheet.
What would stand
like doing
there?
it to try and scare people.
So, is this walkable or do we have to drive there?
I mean, I don't even know what corner it is. I'm just saying that it's this stretch of road. People have also claimed to see a woman in white there, a woman in a wedding dress. So, I mean, I don't even know. It's probably just people playing pranks because...
Who would stand out there, though? I mean, this place isn't in a built-up area. Who would just stand on a corner of a country road wearing
This
a sheet?
road has been so busy since we've been sitting here. Multiple cars have driven
It has
by.
been busy, but there's like no houses around here really. Like
It's a pretty weird corner to be like, I'm gonna hang out here in a sheet and wait for cars.
So are we gonna go check that out as well then?
Yeah.
Do you drive there? Yeah, I'm driving there. That's too
heck
cold.
yeah, we're driving. I ain't walking down this road.
Yeah, it's freezing.
But yeah.
We'll have to get your thermal gun and actually see how cold it is because I actually reckon it's below freezing.
Yeah, well, we're talking a lot of shit now, so I think that will cut. And next you'll see us in the dark investigating the cemetery. Alright guys, so we're about to start. We're just gonna walk over and start with George's grave. I figure if he really was trying to communicate with us last time, maybe he likes us enough that he does want to talk, and if we start by reaching out with him, then the whole time that we're at the cemetery, that just gives him more of a chance to kind of communicate with us. So I'm going to walk over to his grave, and I think I will start by using Ghost Tube. That's how he communicated with us last time, so maybe it's easy for him or whatever, but we'll just go and see what happens. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. I mean, there's a car going past, but it sounded like metal scraping or something.
It sounded like...
Like what?
Like...
Okay.
That's what it sounded like.
Should we investigate, or is that the kind of thing we don't want to investigate? No. I thought it was a squeaky gate, but I guess it sort of sounded like... Okay, let's just
I can't see anything, and I'm telling you guys, there's like don't know if it's full or almost full, but this is very lit. Like we're in night vision.
There's like a full
We
moon
can
out
see
tonight.
everything, yeah. So I can see there's nothing over there. I just heard something though, that's weird.
What did it sound like again?
Without the giggles are there. You guys know. I hope that we caught that. We weren't even supposed to be recording then. I'm just getting ready to do a ghost tube. So I'm just gonna run it.
We're in front of
it's actually freezing.
George's grave. That's George's grave just there. So this is where it happened last time.
Don't go there.
Oh. Okay, I wasn't recording when it said that, but it just said don't go there. It kind of said that as Jared was looking over into...
Yeah, I was like, that's George's grave, and then it said don't go there.
Yeah. George, if you are around, I'm calling out to you. My name is Amy and I'm here with Jared. I don't know if you would remember us. We visited you a number of months ago and you're able to communicate with me on this app and say George right in front of where you're buried. I would love to talk to you again if that was you trying to talk to me and tell me your name. If you are here, can you give me a sign? Maybe come close to the lights in my hands. Maybe you can make a noise. That was just Jared. Was that you, George? Maybe you could throw a rock. I don't know if it's you that does that, but supposedly someone here does that to people who visit. If it's not you, George, can you tell me who it is? Maybe you could throw a rock at us.
Please don't.
Just a little rock.
Pebble.
What's so weird is it's really different to what it was last time that we were here. Last time we were here it was so windy and I think a storm was blowing in last time because it's quite still tonight. There is a little bit of wind and it's like ice cold, I'm telling you.
Okay, I definitely heard that, but that sounded more like a bird.
That sounds like a different sound. George, we're here to talk to you. Can you give me a word that shows me that you're here on this device? Now, you guys might hear a little bit of traffic. There is the occasional car going past from time to time, so I want to just make a note of that. So we're not really getting much.
Elizabeth.
Oh, that scared me.
Elizabeth?
Yeah, it says Elizabeth.
Is there Elizabeth over around here?
I think that's kind of weird because I think his wife is Elizabeth.
Oh really? Does it start on the grave?
Does it? I can't actually remember because I did some research online about him.
It actually does. Elizabeth
Hang on.
Davey.
Does it really?
Yeah. Holy
Okay.
that's cool.
Okay, weird. Elizabeth, are you here? Or is that you, George? Can you give us another word? Just I can't believe that it just said that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Maybe a coincidence? I mean, there's only 500 names in there.
And Elizabeth and George are very common names.
Yeah, they are.
But that is pretty uncanny. I actually...
So we've had don't go there.
Well, when Elizabeth came out as well, I had to think about it because I read the notes that I took about George because I took these a few months ago after we visited, but I haven't done any more research on him. So I read my notes and I was like, oh yeah, Elizabeth. What else? I just kind of got the date that he died, pretty much the info that's on the tombstone, and that he died in the area in, what is this? Is this tea tree?
One Tree Hill?
One Tree Hill. Tea Tree Hill. One Tree Hill. So that's pretty interesting. So we got hung.
He wasn't hung, surely.
I actually don't know how he died. I think the ghost tube last time said stroke.
Oh, okay.
So
Does it set, do these bars set it off like at Kapunda Cemetery, like the magnetometer?
let's try. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like
Okay.
Kapunda.
I might just stand a bit further back then. George or Elizabeth, I thank you for telling me your name if you are here and that was you trying to talk to us. Thank you for that. If there's any way that you could give me another sign just so that I know that you're here. Can you move something on the ground? Come close to my hands. I'd ask you to touch me, but I'm so ice cold that I don't even think I could feel it.
Yeah.
Like if something touched my hand right now.
I can't actually feel my hand, so.
My hands just feel like pain. It's so cold.
Lower.
Lower?
My hands just feel like pain.
You
Lower.
think to lower your voice and I think to like get lower. I might just put my phone on the ground. How's
Good
that?
idea.
Is it warmer down here? So we got don't go there. Elizabeth, which is crazy. Hung and lower. I always say, guys, as well with this, because magnetic north is constantly moving, it moves the magnetometer around, and this could be a random fluctuation. It's kind of like a lot of ghost devices though, like it could just be triggered by something natural in the environment.
It's hard to rule out no interference whatsoever.
Yeah, but when you get something relevant, like we had George last time that we were just here, and Elizabeth, I don't know, that's really cool. Also guys, if you want to try GhostTube for yourselves, you can download it for free. It's on Apple and Android, so please go do that. And if you like it, give it a 5-star review, because Jared made this app. It's taken us like 2.5 years to make. So we're very proud of it. What I might do is I might just wrap up this session. George and Elizabeth, if either of you... Catherine. Okay, and we just got another name. I'm just going to switch the app off.
We're done with you now.
No, let's look for a Catherine. George or Elizabeth or Catherine, if you are here and you want to communicate with us, we're going to be hanging out in this cemetery for a while, and we're going to be using different ways to talk to you. And if you really do want to communicate with us, then please try to. Maybe some of these other ways are easier for you, maybe they're harder, but we really would just appreciate anything that you can do for us. So don't be shy to follow us if you're curious why we're here, what we're doing. Alright guys, so we're gonna just look for a Catherine. This one I remember from last time actually. I feel like these are just parts of the tombstone laid here, but there is nothing existing in
Yeah, this one's just, you can't read this one, it's gone.
These ones are like unmarked. Let's go back that way. Oh my god, I'm so cold, my nose is starting to just run.
Where's George? We'll leave our stuff by George's grave.
This is Donald.
Donald?
This is... what's that?
Thos?
Foss and Alexander. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly. This one I can't read. I mean, I might need to look this up online as well, because they'll have better records there.
Spencer. Kazia and Spencer.
Spencer. That's such a cool name, actually. So this one is Jane. I mean, haven't found a Catherine yet, but again, that is a pretty like common name here. So I'm just going to keep my eyes peeled because a lot of these don't even have tombstones on this side. So when we go over the other side, I'll be checking more of them. But it's always interesting to get a name in a cemetery. All right, the tables have turned. I am filming Jared. Mostly because he wants to use his favourite tool, which we all know.
Thermal gun.
Not a gun.
I wish it was thermal and that it warmed you up though, because it is freezing right now.
It is so cold. I wish I wore a beanie.
So we're going to head to the other side of the cemetery where there's some other graves and see if we can find
anything weird.
Any of those names that came up or anything weird. And I'm going to use this while we're on our way. So here I go.
Ready?
Alright, so just to test, let me just show Amy.
Woo!
There's Amy there. Can only really see your head because you've got like too many layers on. But anyway, alright, let's go. What I really want to check out is the rock formations. I think there's one over here somewhere.
Oh, imagine if there was a figure standing in a rock formation. Is there a figure standing in it?
No, and you actually can't even see the rocks. I think the rocks are actually so cold themselves that they don't even register on here. They blend in with the ground. It's just like...
What's the temperature?
You can see the tree.
What's the temperature on it?
It's 10 degrees on the rock.
Yeah.
8 degrees in the middle of the circle.
8 degrees, is that it?
The tree isn't much warmer.
I'll put Fahrenheit below.
You're 27 degrees.
Good.
So you're quite hot.
Hot? I don't feel hot.
Right, let's have a look.
Oh my gosh, I can't see.
Yeah, the thermal is... Oh, hang on, I've got a torch. The thermal is actually not doing anything because it's too cold. Hang on, this one here.
This is the cute one.
This is the one with those creepy gnomes on it. Yeah, can't see anything.
Nah,
no.
Nada?
Oh, you know what I do want to check? That
what?
Creepy tree from earlier.
Oh yeah. I
There
need to
it
look
is.
up that tree.
There it is. You can see it.
I can't see
It
it.
actually looks creepy
Put
on
your
the
torch
thermal.
at it.
It looks creepy
Oh,
on
there
the
we go.
thermal.
Oh, it's all out of focus.
It actually looks... Yeah, it looks cooler on the thermal than all the other trees.
Okay, now we
It
got
looks cooler
focus.
on the thermal than all the other trees.
That looks creepy.
Right, let's go back to these graves.
Yeah, let's check these out. Can you read some of them?
Yeah. So we've got... This one has no grave. Jane?
We've got a Jane. No, we're looking for Catherine.
Edward?
No. If there are any spirits here, we call out to you and we would love for you to make your presence known.
Annabelle.
Oh, I thought that we had found a Catherine
No.
then.
Margaret, John, Andrew, John, Isabella, Mother,
I thought I just heard something behind me.
Guy, like what?
I don't know, like a creaking. It could be like a tree or something, but
Yeah, there is like a big tree there.
it just was weird.
Let me just check this one.
Edna?
That I've been calling a crandall.
Oh my god, you're such
You'll
a
have to
goof.
cut that out.
I guess if there was some like spirit, they come out as being cold, right? And
yeah, and because everything's so cold, it would just blend in with everything around it. So
I think
yeah,
I
I think
even
we
got
should.
frost breath.
I think we should use this one.
I don't know, no idea if you
Oh
can
wait,
see that.
hey, wait, what happened to me?
Yeah,
Count.
you do. I can't see it on camera. Maybe I can.
Oh my god, are they eyes?
A woman in white or a woman even in like a wedding dress? No, you did not.
What?
A lot of dark rituals were performed in this area. If you were to touch any of them, they will light up pretty colours.
Like that?
Just like that, thank you. That's cool that that went off just as I asked them to do that. Is this
Fire.
smoke?
Yeah, there's a fire, I reckon.
There's a fire here. Alright guys, we are going to wrap up this episode here, but don't worry, I have a part 2 coming, so make sure you're subscribed, make sure you have your notification bell on. We're going to continue our paranormal investigations here at the cemetery, and then I think that we're also going to go for a little drive and suss out a ghost corner, because oh my gosh, if someone runs out at me in a white sheet or a lady in a wedding dress or something, I'm just going to lose my mind. It's going to be like the best night ever. So make sure you're subscribed. That video will be my next one out. But I do want to thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. If you want to do more reading on this haunted place or any of the other haunted places I visited all around the world, then head to my website AmysCrypt.com. You guys can also keep up with what I'm doing. I'm on social media. You can find me at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. As I mentioned earlier, I'm also posting bonus content, extra content over on my Patreon and my YouTube members, which I'll link below for you all. But thank you for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.